They are the most feminine claps I've ever heard.
I know. Sound like a hummingbird batting its wings. We're in. Go.
Go.
Oh, we're good.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
hi there.
Sorry, hi, how are you doing?
Who are you?
How are you doing? Who am I? Are we actually going?
Yeah, we're going. We're
Oh,
going.
right.
We're going.
What am I saying?
Hey, where are we?
We are. Where are we?
It is a bit like that because we've been here for a long time.
We have been. This is day 9
8.
or 10.
Yeah.
Don't know. Tired. No, I'm not tired. Energized. Welcome to About Effing Time. We are at Watches and Wonders.
And we are staring at some just weird, amazing shit. Like
We are.
usually in a
Yes.
set, you're staring at bright lights in a studio and there's nothing to
Marcus's
talk
arse.
about. And Marcus's eyes or ass?
Us.
Both.
Okay, well, you take the ass.
His ass is on his face.
That's-
He talks so much shit.
I am looking at Jaeger LeCoult's booth and there is water spilling down.
Casually.
What do you have in your hand?
No, I'm waiting to shoot down your choices for today's challenge, but I'm looking at something crazy. What are you looking at across there, George?
Oh, I'm looking at IWC. I mean, like, it is been. I know you watched the IWC show.
You did. Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching that. But I'm looking at an extension of their show in a bigger space.
Yep.
And behind us, Adrian, what's behind us?
I don't know. Van Cleef, which is one of my favourite booths.
Same. It is a
George,
magical.
whenever
booth.
you say what's behind us, in the last 3 days, it really has been a security guard with a disapproving look.
Yeah, check out our other clips because we get
We've
kicked
had-
out, we
yeah.
get chased, we get harassed,
Yeah.
we get kicked out
But
again.
Watches and Wonders,
And every
we
time-
love,
every time
and
we get
are
called.
smiling and we're having fun.
Yep.
So,
Something's happening in here.
wait. Are we starting?
Let's
Oh,
not.
what is it about effing time?
It is about effing time.
We got the fire brigade.
Before something crazy happened.
Oh, yes.
It's like really cool.
This is
It
cool.
does take me back to my clubbing days every time. 7.
Back.
Remember
Would-
7?
It's still on it.
Club 7.
Would you like?
Oh, thank you, sir. I don't have a watch. How strange.
This is
So,
Fix
are
that.
we
Firstly,
doing
we-
what's
Oh, yes.
on our wrist?
If you could see how much production goes on here and
Yeah.
how much gear, not gear, like camera gear, how much gear we need to get this stuff done, come support us. Check
Yeah.
out our little clamshell cases.
Yep.
And in here, I don't know what I have.
Boom.
Oh my goodness.
This is the new Oris altimeter. So this is one of their pilot watches. We have a massive pilot dial in the middle, and on the perimeter of that we have an altimeter, and this goes up to 19,000 feet, which is pretty swift. If you go above 19,000, you really need to have oxygen.
And
if you go above 10, then you need
case.
some sort of help. Some help. You do need help. So the case. This is a printed
Carbon dial.
carbon case. They're really very cool.
George, you just want to take over. He's like
Fucking
the
love
most
it.
annoying backseat driver ever.
No, I'm sorry, but I just love that case.
Well,
It
one of
just
the
makes
big
me
things
smile.
about printed carbon cases or printed cases is that you have so little waste.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
create what you need as opposed to milling away and reducing. So yeah, big fan of this.
Okay.
Andrew, what have you got on?
Look, this is pretty cool, isn't it? Like us having these brand new watches that have just been launched. Now, I'm not going to talk about all the sexy facts and geeky facts about this watch. I'm just going to talk about the fact that pilot watches, what's the word association in pilot watch? What's the first thing you think
Legibility.
of? Okay, whatever.
Do you not
George,
know what legibility is where it
George,
can be easily
yes.
read?
What do you think of with pilots?
Yeah, but I love this.
George, answer the question, please.
Pilots, I think of big pilot jackets, flying,
Feeling
things
jackets,
like that,
you think
yeah.
of a big dial, you think of an onion crown, you think of all those pilot touches, and you think of, to me, it's a very masculine world. Zenith have put this in a monochromatic landscape. Wow, okay, sure, do that. And really cleaned up their pilot range to be this black and white color scheme, as well as, of course, an El Primero movement and in a matte black case. I'm compelled by this, Adrian.
I love the rotor. I love the rotor on this.
You tell me what you think, Adrian.
I think it's time to move on to the next watch because
Okay.
this does nothing.
Okay, fine. Yep, not everyone can be as chic as me in my monochrome black and white pilot's watch.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I'm fashion forward.
Oh, what the hell is
George,
that?
I
what?
have got. Look at
That
this.
is. Let's get that off the
boy.
wrist, George. We need a
Oh,
proper look.
okay.
I've never
so
seen this. This is the
this-
Trilobe Folle Journée, which was a
Look at this
GPHG nominated
titanium
watch
case.
in the men's
Andrew,
category.
George is. It's not that Andrew.
Sorry, sorry. Who's talking over who? But this is a different way of telling time, and I love this. When I first saw this, I fell in love with this watch a while ago, and and it is absolutely amazing. Look at the movement, look at the case, look at this watch.
How domed it is. Show it on the side. Look at that domed crystal.
That is some
Trullo
serious
are
crystal.
rocking it.
That's
I
Mozart
mean,
restaurant.
they
Yes.
really are, as a brand, they're rocking it. French brand, and I just love it. And for me, I keep on begging them to do something with me. So this is where, and I'm begging them. So it's one of those.
George, you just shouting at everyone
Yeah,
massively.
I know. Guess who
Common
chose
people
what went
want
where?
to
That just went where.
Gee.
Simon, you tell me that I don't need a winder, I need a wolf. It's written everywhere. It's a very catchy campaign.
Yes.
That's a big call. What do you mean by that?
Well, we are the best. You have to think you're the best, don't you?
Yeah. No, we
So
are the
start
best.
with that. We feel
We're
that.
the best watch. We're the biggest watch podcast
Are
in
you?
the Mariana Trench.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll swim alongside you down there then, sir. Anyway, the idea of building a watch winder that does what it should do was what I started with 25 years ago. So there were watch winders out there, but they weren't intelligent. That meant having a computer chip inside, tick that box. It counts turns per day, tick that box. Can start and stop where you want it to. Has a dynamic cuff, which we haven't looked at yet, which means any size band, metal, strap, whatever, will go on the dynamic cuff.
That's more
You
than
don't need a
winder.
watch winder.
Yeah.
You need a wolf.
We need a wolf in our lives. You need this winder. We have this winder available.
Something's bringing in something.
No, I don't want this again.
Oh God! This is going to be. It's going to be. Isn't it? It's going to be hitting. Hello.
Friendly again.
This is the Master Watchmaker.
Okay.
Find the best sports watch from 2023
And we can't go outside.
in this building.
And we go right now. Yep. He's gone. He's rude. He's a rude guy. So guys, we have to find the best sports watch of 2023
Okay.
in Watches and Wonders.
Okay, sports. What sports?
What does that mean?
Weightlifting?
Does he weightlift?
Come on, have you seen him in the mirror?
I
straight.
see you.
I'm like-
Always my first like when I do a shirtless.
Oh, I am.
I do a thirsty.
I'm sitting there.
Adrian
refresh,
_ Barker.
refresh,
Exactly.
Zoom in. Zoom.
Screenshot into the folder.
We've got to go. Okay, bye.
So what are we doing? We are looking for the best sports watch of Watches and Wonders 2023. Now, I'm really excited about this one because this is my bag. I focus on sports watches. This is my thing. So I say every episode that I'm going to win this challenge. I kind of feel like if I don't win this challenge, then I've let myself down.
Sports watch. In the old days, a sports watch was something you wore playing sport. I don't even know. Now, to me, sports watch speaks to a lifestyle. It speaks to a watch that can effectively be worn in lots of different environments with strong tolerances. So able to handle water, able to handle sweat, able to handle shock resistance from golf, from tennis.
Okay, sports watch. Alpina is a brand that I think deserves some more attention. So, there's a new bracelet on this. Marcus, I think you like this watch a lot. Come and have a quick look. Integrated bracelet on my wrist, sports watch. Look at that. It's also an unusual dial. I mean, the thing about this dial is I think Andrew and Adrian will get really annoyed about this because it is reminiscent of that Zenith.
Thanks, man.
Amazing. Nice to meet you.
Famous guy in the world.
Most handsome guy in the world. So the Alpine Eagle range is hugely popular. The whole integrated bracelet sports watch range is all the trend. This is an addition to that. This is a 41mm titanium watch. It's a high beat movement. It's an 8 Hertz movement. But the thing that I love about this is a combination between the high contrast dial, that dark, deep, not quite black, but dark, deep gray, the white numerals with white markers, and then you have that really bright, really striking orange second tone.
This is the Orlinsky Classic Fusion chronograph with this matte ceramic that looks to me super sporty. Look at the way the links of the bracelet again have these facets that reflect the light in a different way. You have this gloss black dial, you have mirror polished indexes, you have mirror polished hands, all very sporty, and of course, being a Hublot, there's the option of it on a rubber strap. So I think this is a strong contender.
This is absolutely amazing as a stand, but this is the thing that made me smile. Look at this. And this is Hermes doing a whimsical, crazy, wild thing. And I think to myself, it doesn't matter about dress. This for me is just like crazy. If you look here, look at this. Isn't this such a beautiful stand? Okay, Hey, how are you? So, look here, Hermes sports watch. This could be a freaking cool sports watch. Look at this. Look at this. These are beautiful. These, you know, I'm gonna kind of cheat on this. This I think Adrian's going to pick at some point because he loves it so much. So come and look at this. Look at this case. It's a different way of doing carbon. Carbon in such a wonderful way. And then you've got this kind of white, you know, this is Hermes in one watch. Look at that.
We are going to try our luck at getting the Vacheron overseas retrograde date on. Hang on a second.
There's Christian
I'm sorry. There's a picture up on the wall. This is all getting a little bit too close right now. Notice the way Adrian's is peeled off now. Oh my God, he just snuck in. This is amazing. Wow, that's quite a stealthy move. That's, wow. Yep, okay.
So we are going to go into sports watches, and something that has been in the sports world for so long and is a great sports watch.
Gorgeous. Hang on a second.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? George is bringing the brands into the press room. This is weird. That was very backroom deal. That was very...
Man. I feel like I've got my steps in today.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done my steps.
Oh,
Sports, eh? So this is. Let's just address the elephant in the room. That's in a nice little pair of running trunks. There is no such thing as a sports watch. It's to me, a sports watch is anything that's built to be used for lifestyle purposes. You know, like
Right,
what is
okay.
a sports watch? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is
yeah,
it?
yeah. Is it? Well,
Let's do a quick definition.
This was a challenge. This was a challenge because you could define anything.
I feel,
as-
Yeah.
I feel like we're defining it after we've done it. So, but I agree.
No, I'm going through the process of like when I looked around, I'm like, what's a sports watch? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
anything that I think has. Let's go through the tick marks, the tick boxes.
Relationship to sport.
Relationship.
You're
We
so
need-
literal. I love it. But
For me, I was like looking at
a sports watch is a watch that has a relationship.
No.
to sport.
He's got a point.
He's quite right.
Point.
Yes,
The
no, that's a tick.
reverso.
That's a tick.
The reverse. No, but that was me.
That's true.
Now
Polo.
typically a dress watch.
So when I went
But it's got
running around,
relationship.
I'm not
it's
sure
for
I
polo.
feel that, but no, relationship to sport. I would say robustness. There has to be a degree of
sure.
shock resistance if you're playing tennis or golf. You know.
Yeah. So that's,
Also, I would say some degree of water resistance, like you need some
Sure.
splash proofness, etc. That's about me. What did you guys think? Like, what was? Please stop smashing the iron.
I found this actually quite a good challenge.
Yep.
But it was also this defining what was a sports.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to go first and take us through your journey, George?
So look, I went on a mad little run round.
Put it
I
on
went
the little stand. Remember, put it on the stand.
and I went for a mad little run round, and there was a few watches I saw, and
What you do every day on Instagram, and can I just say,
does.
please keep doing it.
Every morning.
I find it inspiring.
Every morning.
Him sweating and panting. It's not really how
what you
I
wanna
like
wake
to
up
start my day, with George sweating and panting on me, but I'm quite happy with the distance on your phone.
so look, I'm
keep
going to
doing
say
it.
is you've seen me running around. You'll see the watches that I've run around. But I
we have a
went.
David Goggins in this team.
So I went to loads of different brands, and you'll see what but I ended up with the Chopard Mille Miglia. Mille Miglia. Fun fact: 35 years the Mille Miglia Chopard watch has been in the Mille Miglia race. This is a race. This is an iconic race from one end of Italy to the other. Hey, they've given us the big room. This is amazing. Look at this. This is the Mille Miglia. Oh, look at that rubber strap. Look at this watch. Now, the reason why I went for this watch, and I'm going to put it right here, is the reason why I went for this watch is the engine turn dial. This reminds me of the old vintage race cars. Now, the engine turn dials, they used to do with cork on a little drill, and they used to go and use a bit of sandpaper and go like this on cars. And they've done it on this with this wonderful black over the top. So that engine turn dial, the Mille Miglia is back.
But not.
Yeah.
It really is, but it's called an engine turn dial. And then you look at this new Mille Miglia, look at the case sides, look at the whole thing. It is, I mean, it's got a steering wheel, but look at that dial, look at that. For me, the Mille Miglia on the rubber strap, how cool is this? This is my sports watch. Now, I love this because I was
It's
told...
tropical.
I was talking to Carl Frederick, that's the CEO of Chopard. Just to drop
sorry, you
a
dropped
name.
a name, yep, here it is,
Just
yep.
to drop another
is,
name
there you
because
go.
these guys keep on taking the piss out of me for dropping names.
But drop names.
But he was telling me that he did the first Mille Miglia almost, I think it was 36 years ago or 37 years ago.
That was on your 21st. Yeah, I remember.
So,
So come on.
come on. No,
You got to take it if you can
you
get
are.
it.
Yeah, but you are old.
But he was telling me that he was doing the Mille Miglia and he lay on the floor and he saw the tyre of a 550 Spider Porsche and he saw the tyre and he did the tyre tread for the Mille Miglia watch. And for me, this watch has been with the Mille Miglia, that is a race from one end of Italy to the other and back up, and this is a race watch, and this has been going for 35 years, this watch. This is history in a sports thing. So I have gone for a sports watch, and I think I'd love you to can totally agree with me, and the audience, is this is the ultimate sports watch. Because I think I've won. But
it's a very happy watch. It looks happy.
I like this watch.
No, I really like it. I really.
To
really
me, it's got, you know, Carl Friedrich Chefwell. How do you say his surname? No, well, you haven't won. You're just the first gambit. But what? How do you pronounce his surname?
No, because
Chefwell?
I will mispronounce it because I mispronounce everything because you always correct me.
He is actually a silver fox.
He is so cool.
One of the most charming gentlemen you meet, and refined, sophisticated, nothing like any of us. And this just feels like it's his vibe. I can just imagine him wearing it with one of his. He wears like pink shirts and grey suits, and he has the thing and the stuff.
I've also got to disclose a little thing. Is I worked on the Mille Miglia back in the day. I did a Mille Miglia last year with Chopard, and I absolutely loved it.
One with
and for me, the thing about the Mille Miglia is, I have a memory when I first drove. And I drove in the Mille Miglia with my father and him and I going on an experience together. So the great thing about that was it was the first time that I'd got a driver's license. He let me drive for about half an hour in an old car, but
what was it?
I can't remember. It was an old, I think it may have been an old Ferrari or something. It wasn't eligible, but it was eligible. It was kind of one of those weird things. But
Sounds pretty eligible to me.
But I sat next to him, and it was a downpour for the first day, and it was one of those things. And it was
that's father-son time. That's
and it was our time together, and that's why I did the Mille Miglia with Chopard back in the day, last year, was because I loved that watch. And so for me, that's why I'm bringing the Mille Miglia.
Oh, George, I hate saying that was a good call, but that was a nice story. Adrian, can you
so wait, okay, running around, what was your experience?
I have recently found one of my first watches. The problem is that the bezel's a bit fun. The trick is that you can just use things around the house. It is a shame that the bezel's a bit dodgy on this thing, but it will give me a chance to tell you guys about a bezel that isn't dodgy. Getbezel.com. Behind the very fancy branding and the slick website and the very easy to use app, there's a whole team of watch experts who are not only passionate about watches, they are incredibly knowledgeable about watches. Bear with me. These guys have over $220 million worth of watches, which makes me think we could be doing something else with these tools. So whether you're buying your first nice watch and you want a little bit of hand-holding along the way, they will do that. The most important part is the fact that they will authenticate every single watch that they sell. It's crucial to have a rubber-tipped whacker because you don't want to add extra dents into your watch. You don't want to scratch it unnecessarily. Now, the nice guys over at Get Bezel have given us a discount code that we can give to you. Just use AET200 when you check out, and you'll get $200 off your first order, which is pretty handy. Go to getbezel.com. Check your next watch.
Okay, so choosing a sports watch was quite tricky, I found, because there were so many options.
Oh, because the description's so wide.
Because the description's so wide. It encompasses so many different things. I went to Chopard as well, the Alpine Eagle. With the high beat movement, the 8 hertz movement.
Love that. Yep.
Love that little
orange
hands. Stunning. I just got it on the wrist. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Super light.
Super light, titanium. I think
Lug
it's
to
limited
lug
edition.
is bang on.
Yeah, stunning piece. So, the watch I chose to win this whole thing.
Okay.
And you can debate all you want. But the Rolex Yachtmaster 42 in titanium.
No.
This is the most. Sorry.
That was a really bad decision.
That was a very bad decision. Were you
That's
trying
one
to...
of many in my life. I apologise.
So this is
Our lawyers will be in touch.
undisputedly the king of sports watches. If we need a watch that is capable of anti-magnetic, water resistant, only to 100 meters, but that's all you need. Decent bracelets, titanium, very light, matte ceramic bezel, matte dial, highly luminescent. This thing does it all.
Price for a titanium watch?
Yeah. Don't know.
Titanium watch?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's more expensive than that. So this is a
Just.
bargain.
Just.
Seriously.
20.
Seriously.
Okay, moving
All
on.
right, that's cool. Yeah, about 12, 13 grand, which is pushing high. I mean, you could get pretty much the same watch with the Pelagos. So go buy the Pelagos, but I couldn't choose that because this is a new one. But I know of one. But let's hear.
No,
what-
no, okay. Can I
question, yeah.
can I just do two things? One of them is this.
Surprised
the
you're
sport,
awake, George.
The
Usually
sport.
this has a
No, no,
soporific
no,
effect
because
on you.
A few people have fallen asleep in front of us, but it doesn't matter. The sport. What is the sport?
Irrelevant.
Right, no. What's the sport element of this?
Being rich and sitting on a boat. there's competition in it, right?
No,
it takes activity.
No, okay, because
Yachting. I don't know what that is.
yachting should be a regatta time or a Solnar or one of the or
Words I
a
don't know what they
Marograph
mean.
or
Sure.
one of those things. So it should be to starting the race. A yacht watch
This-
should be about
this
starting
is
the
the
race.
guy who
Is
maintains
this just
a
sitting
yacht.
on the back of the
Yeah.
yacht.
Yeah.
Being rich and spending money on.
Okay, then
Irrelevant.
Okay.
Killer watch.
I don't
Can I
see
get-
the
Do you
sports
think I
element.
might get a word
I
in
don't
at some
see the
point? I
sports
mean,
element.
yeah. I think my
I'm
mic's
really
off.
sorry,
Marcus, do you want to
Testing.
No.
Testing. No. We'll turn it off.
No.
So this is a watch for rich people on boats. Your watch is for rich people in cars. What watch have you got?
Do I get to respond to this? And do you want to hear whether I like it or not?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, you know what? I was going to support him, but I'm not now.
Oh no, go.
No, go, please,
Fine.
please.
So my
Okay, move on.
choice was
Yeah.
clear. No, I'll quickly say, in our Rolex recap video, I talk about this watch as being a huge disconnect for me, holding a Rolex that is so light. And yet, I think, if we go back to the description of what a sport watch should be, this is the description of what a sport watch should be. It should be robust. It should be comfortable and light to wear. It should have, as you said, George, a connection to sports, which I think being rich and being yachty is vaguely sporting. So I actually think this is going to be hard to beat. I do. I wonder whether
Okay, will you do?
I can
would you do
suspend-
sports in this?
100%.
Would you?
I
With that
would
ceramic
play.
bezel, would you?
Would you do sports in that
Okay,
that show
yeah.
card?
yes. What?
Ah.
I've raced in it. I've
So
driven
much
in
more-
it.
this
I've
is
raced
so
in it.
much more
And so
capable.
and okay now.
When I'm
how many
Brazilian
people-
jiu-jitsuing, I'm
people-
wearing that.
How many people do you think will be taking this off for going for a swim in a pool?
None.
None.
Because if you're rich enough to buy one of these,
Yeah,
Then-
and because of the
Most
lightness,
people do, because
if
you
that
sit on the
was,
side of the pool. So I'm just
so
kinda
look,
like,
okay, when you're talking about a deep sea sea dweller or a sea dweller, they're so heavy,
Yeah.
and they're so cumbersome on the wrist, despite having some
No,
wrist presence.
I-
This actually,
okay,
you'll
but
forget
I'll back
it's
down in the
there.
cheap seats.
It is
Okay, I
light. I
understand,
think this
I
is
understand.
actually quite a good watch.
thanks, mate. I
Okay,
appreciate that.
but,
I thought it was gonna be
however-
destroyed.
So I'm trying to maintain the tension in the episode until I just trumpet. So I
no, you
also
can't
went
win.
on a
You
journey.
cannot win this.
I
because-
will.
He
Well,
won't,
I
he
will.
won't. He's
I
got-
will.
He's got a bad choice. I don't know what it is, but it's a bad choice.
I'm struggling to get a word in this episode, but I.
What? That's-
Oh no, it's not.
is
It's
not
not.
fair.
Got to change up. Okay. Yes. Hello, Anne Marie. How are you?
How are
It's good to
you?
see you. I need your help.
Why? Tell me.
I'm being blocked by my colleague here. I
Yeah.
was walking to Christian, and he came in and just cut me off.
Just cut.
So now I need you to help me.
Yeah, tell me.
Can I please have the overseas retrograde date moon phase
Of course you
in
can.
my hand? Thank you so much. Look at that. Tell me that is not the best sports watch at the fair. I called it in GQ UK. I'm going to call it everywhere. About 10.4 millimeters thin. This stunning galvanic blue dial with a lacquer tint that has a slight blue tint to it. Look at that high polished moon. I'm going to try it on the wrist. Can you imagine the value, the feeling you get deep inside your wallet?
Did you buy
Deep
it?
inside
Did you
your
go to
wallet. There's B-roll playing as I speak. It's amazing. It's the magic of television. And when you reach deep inside your soul and realize that you can have a watch that you can wear with everything. You can wear it with a suit and a pocket square. You can wear it Playing tennis, you can wear it. Doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, though, I wouldn't recommend it because your opponent's going to end up getting slashed to pieces. This watch is a sports watch fundamentally, but it gives you so much more. So this is my sports plus, and I believe that that plus is why when people vote on whose choice wins, I'm going to trump the Yachtmaster, though it was a solid competitor. I think
there's no logical
I'm a chance.
way. The overseas
Yep.
is like taking a track-worthy 911 and putting silk tires on it, gold tires on it.
Have you ever driven a car?
No. So what they've done to that overseas is they've changed. Yes, it's a sports watch
Yep.
technically.
Yes, it is.
But the movement is going to be so delicate with those retrograde.
One
No,
thing is,
still-
I'm going to say to you right now, and
Still ticks the
Adrian
overseas
talking
sports
about
watch
race
boxes.
cars.
I
mean,
know,
Jesus
that was
Christ.
that was
the
weird.
worst analogy I've ever heard.
I
I'm
could
like,
think of it.
what
Go,
the
go.
hell was
George,
he doing?
please
I'm
check
like,
this guy's
I'm
license.
really sorry,
I don't have
but
my-
he's talking
He
about
doesn't
race
have a
cars.
I do have a license.
Little
I do have a license.
Things. It's like it's
No, but that's my point. Is that you've taken a product and you've changed it.
We've got the point
purely for
broadly,
aesthetics.
but you've demonstrated the
There's-
fact that you do not have a driver's license. Do you have a driver's
I
license?
do. I think. So, but
Honestly, do you have a driver's license?
yeah.
he does.
You just
I'm an
admitted
adult.
that you don't.
Fuck you.
I want to see this.
Yeah,
Hold it
I
up to
haven't
the
got it,
camera.
I haven't got it.
Oh, okay, because it doesn't exist. Yep. Anyway,
No, my point is
Okay.
that
He's
but
not old
based
enough.
on the.
what if we don't agree? I don't know who wins this.
Okay, no, let's.
Yeah, no,
let's put
but
this
we're
to the
talking
vote.
about the technical side of it being yes.
The category of sports.
Okay, your watch sits in the category of sports.
Yes.
From a technical standpoint, drop a Vacheron, a high complication Vacheron, done.
No.
Drop
Disagree.
a titanium.
Disagree. No, but they have the appropriate specs for a sports watch in
No.
this model. So I'm going to throw it over to you people.
I think this
Do you-
because I'm stuck.
Okay, wait. Okay, what I'm going to say is, who do you think's won this?
Yes, exactly.
Andrew.
Well, I think I've won it. I don't want to be a prick,
You
but
are.
I've won it.
So, audience, Andrew with the highly complicated, high horology Vacheron Constantin overseas retrograde. Is it tourbillon as well?
Which,
What's in it? It's got everything.
it's
under
got
it.
one more thing in it,
Moon face.
which is an interchangeable strap. and a
Oh,
moon
great!
face.
Yeah, well done.
No.
So that makes it so much more robust. We then have the Chopard Millimilli 2023.
Yeah.
Did you just slay your words?
Yeah. And then we've got the winning, obviously, the Rolex Yachtmaster 42 in titanium.
So we can't decide this.
We can't decide.
We can't
don't
decide it
think so.
because I think
I'm usually gracious
I'm
in defeat,
kind of-
but I
I'm-
just
I'm-
can't give it to a Rolex 42mm titanium watch.
See, for me,
it's just
for me, there's just something that
really
feels
wanna give you
weird.
a trophy
I
for doing
do like
titanium?
What you brought. I actually think yours is okay, but
You're leaning to me.
No, I'm honestly, I think the Chopard, I think the Mina Miglia,
Oh.
for me, it's in my history. So we all think we've won. Please tell us which one has won.
It's awkward.
And
It is
what I would say
awkward.
to you is subscribe to us. Please subscribe. We love you and we want you to love us.
Yeah.
So please tick that thumbs up and we would love that to happen.
There's something really useful that you guys could do that would massively help, and that would be to share this video on your watch group WhatsApps. If you're on Reddit, share it on
Ask
Reddit.
them what they think.
forums.
Are we off here? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we missed the boat with this? Because we've got quite clearly a sports watch and then sport
Because-
adjacent.
And again, the technology allows a watch like the overseas, a complicated overseas, to still be absolutely useful
You
for.
know that.
And let's just talk about
stop
modern
shilling- no,
sports.
we've done it.
Let's
We've done
talk about modern sports.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. This has been fun, despite the fact these guys annoyed the hell out of me. If you like this stuff,
What
hit
we do.
subscribe. If you really like it, hit the little bell icon to get notifications when we drop new stuff. Thumbs up if you really like it. Double tap thumbs down if you didn't.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
And we'll see you guys soon.
You guys rock.
Yeah.